We are here to do the co-main event of UFC Fight Night UFC Tampa, Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. Let's get right into it, but before we do, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and follow, and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload. Also, don't forget, we are doing a stream this Saturday at 10:50 PM UK time for this fight card. It's a watch party. Let's go. For your co-main event, we have Billy Quarantillo versus Cub Swanson. Quarantillo is 18-6. His country's United States. He stands at 5'10" tall. He weighed at 161 pounds in his last win, has a reach of 70 inches and a leg reach of 38 inches. While Cub Swanson, on the other hand, is 29-14. His country is also United States. He stands at 5'8" tall in his. I messed up. I forgot to say how much Cub Swanson weighed. He weighed at 163 pounds in his last weigh-in. Has a reach of 70 inches as well, with a leg reach of also 38 inches. Both of their reach is the exact same, except Billy Quarantillo is taller by 2 inches. Cub Swanson also has a lot more on his record, as in losses and wins. He has a lot more experience in this one. There's not much to go off of here. The weight's going to be the same. The height is a 2-inch difference, but that doesn't really matter because their reach is the same. But let's move on to win buys to see how they've got it done in their previous fights. With Cub Swanson having a 45% KO/TKO, 14% submission, 41% decision, with an average fight time sitting at 12 minutes and a knockdown average of 0. While Billy Quarantillo, on the other hand, has a 44% KO/TKO, has a 28% submission and has a 28% decision, with an average fight time sitting around 11 minutes and a knockdown average also of 0. Most of their wins compared are coming by knockout, and then their second most would be probably by decision, and then it'd be submission. But Billy, he has the same amount of submission wins as he does decision wins. Therefore, and Billy Quarantillo has more wins coming by submission, at least percentage wise. Billy Quarantillo also being the younger man in this fight. Cub has a lot of experience, but they're both deadly on the feet. But I think Billy might be a little bit more dangerous in the grappling, but Cub Swanson does have the experience. So let's move on to significant strikes to see how they performed on the feet in their previous fights. With Billy Quarantillo having an average of 7 punches landed per minute, a 56% significant strikes, an average of 6 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 43%. While Cub Swanson, on the other hand, has an average of 5 punches landed per minute, a 50% significant strikes, an average of 4 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 59%. Cub Swanson defended over half of his opponent's last strikes. He landed half of his strikes were significant strikes, but Billy Quarantillo, on the other hand, over half of his strikes were significant, and he had a lot more strikes than Cub Swanson. His output is insane. Although Billy's defense was a lot worse and absorbed quite a bit more, I feel like Cub Swanson will do fairly well with the defense, but Billy, could he have that output where he just keeps throwing and eventually breaks the guard down of Cub and lands them heavy strikes? But can Cub Swanson, Billy has a fairly poor defense based off his last fight. Could Cub Swanson just land that 1-2 combination that puts Quarantillo out? They both have a lot of power coming into this, so it could be a very, very good fight on the feet. But let's move on to the grappling to see if it does go down, who could perform better. With Cub Swanson having an average of 1 takedown, 50% takedown accuracy, a takedown defense of 63% and a submission average of 0. While Billy Quarantillo, on the other hand, has an average of 1 takedown, 23% takedown accuracy, 61% takedown defense with a submission average of 1. Billy attempted more takedowns than Cub Swanson, but Cub Swanson got 50% of his, while Billy Quarantillo only got 23%, which means he definitely tried to get more takedowns than Cub and barely got any. Cub attempted a few and only got half of them. When it comes to defense, Cub Swanson's defense was a little bit better, but submission average is Billy's to win. I think if it does go to a submission, Billy will probably win. If it goes down though, I think Billy will not dominate, but I feel like it'll be a fairly even fight on the grappling. But I think in submission positions, I think Billy would perform a lot better. So how do I think this fight should go? I think Billy Quarantillo should strike a little bit, get on the inside, get it down, go for a submission. Cub Swanson, on the other hand, keep it on the feet, maybe get it down, try and not go for a submission, keep it on the feet, keep it nice and long, strike, and try and knock out Billy Quarantillo. Billy can also try and knock out Cub, because Cub's older than him. Cub is getting old, but I think this could be a very good fight. But that's just my thoughts and my opinions. What do you guys think? Who do you think wins? How do you think they win? Apart from that, I'll catch you in a bit. Take care and peace.